Living in America is an act of sadomasochistic bondage. Sexy, right?
Say hi, sluts.
Hi, sluts. And we are here for one reason and one reason only. And that is to be a mouthpiece for your rage.
Yeah. A mouthpiece we want you to stuff with cold, hard cash. Explain it to these stupid fucking idiots, Suze.
Yes. Well, how do we combat the theocratic homophobia, transphobia, sexism, racism, classism in America?
Cash! Directly from your pockets to independent abortion centers.
Yeah. And not because Aunt Flo didn't come.
Yes, punk sluts! Destroy! And not because you've been squished into a bullshit set of legal criteria. For abortions, which must be available to any person at any time for any motherfucking reason! So, listen up, fuckos. Scan the QR code on your playbill to donate and turn off your fucking phones.
Because the only thing better than erections is insurrection!
Can't stay at home, can't stay at school. Old folks say you're political. Down the streets, I'm the girl next door. I'm the fox who's been waiting for. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. I'm your cherry bomb. Hello, world. I'm your wild girl. I'm your cherry bomb. Stone age love and strange times too. Come on, baby, let me get to you. Bad
Yeah, I'm depressed.
Why?
Well, besides this audience being a bunch of fucking cheapskates, I just wonder if we're sending the wrong message here.
What do you mean?
Well, this show has a lot of,
Tits? Oh, cunts! Coochie! Vagina!
yeah. And I just don't know if our satirical burlesque about rape culture and the criminalization of women and people who can give birth by the Christian theocracy is going to be taken very well by all of these, well, fucking idiots.
Ah, shut up! And stick a cock in your whore mouth.
Thanks, punk slut, but I don't think this is that easy.
Oh, okay. But are you really struggling with the actual moral and political value of your satirization, or is it once again the foot of the patriarchy on your throat? Are you, and I'm just thinking out loud here, afraid of their perception and the perception of the cis-het white traditional stick-up-their-ass organizations that typically hand out awards and accolades and mass acceptance to art for excellent compliance and not actually art or expression itself?
Holy fucking shit.
Perhaps an imperfect rebellion is better than none at all, and accepting the criticism, however courageously misled, is important because it helps others rise up and attempt their own imperfect rebellion.
Huh?
Your narcissistic fear is not about your intention, but rather your reputation. Hey, yeah!
Fuck the Tony Awards! Fuck the Oscars!
Fuck the Pulitzer! Fuck the Peabody!
And fuck you, cowards!
I don't give a damn about my reputation. But living in the past, it's a new generation. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Oh no. And I don't give a damn about my reputation. I've never been one to improve my station. I'm gonna fun when I'm having fun, and I'm not trying to please no one. And I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. No, not me. Oh no. And I don't give a damn about my reputation. I've never been afraid of any deviation. And I don't care if you think I'm strange. I ain't gonna change. And I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Oh no, come on, not me. Oh no, not me. And I don't even care about my reputation. The world's in trouble, there's no communication. And people are gonna say what they wanna say. It doesn't get better anyway. And I don't give a damn about my reputation. Oh no, not me. Oh no, not me. And I don't give a damn about my reputation. You're living in the past, there's no communication. And I only feel good when I have no pain, and that's how I'm gonna stay. And I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Oh no, not me. Oh no, not me. Oh no, not me.
Now that was liberating. I almost feel like my body isn't being imprisoned by the government anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. I feel that too. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, shit!
Hey, now, what's all this sexual freedom I'm hearing about?
Sorry, Daddy, we won't do it again.
What the fuck are you doing?
Betty, he's huge. Just do what he says.
Are you still Daddy's little buttercup?
What the fuck?
Are you still Daddy's little tiny itty bitty prepubescent sexy baby?
Okay, this guy's a real perv.
I'm horny.
Okay, if we're your little itty baby, aren't we like your daughters? And isn't that like incest?
I'm farting. I'm farting. I'm farting.
Thank God we have this guy telling us what to do with our bodies. I don't know if I'd make a smart choice without him.
You know what? You're right. I mean, he is an elected official. And he surely represents the will of the people and not a super PAC or a minority of billionaires who are trying to keep the masses poor, sedated, and controlled forever, right?
Now you're getting it.
I'm getting it. Yeah. Well,
would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I would love to. Ladies.
I pledge allegiance to my cunt in the United States of America and
one
to the
theocracy under God
with liberty and justice for no one, except for an extremely small minority of sociopathic billionaires.
Now I get it!
Me too!
For the daughters, you'll be the lamb and I'll be the slaughter. You burn the witches, now you're defenseless. Who needs a Y with this many X's? Lock up your sons, make way for the daughters. You be the lamb and we'll be the slaughter. You burn the witches, now you're defenseless. Who needs a Y with this many X's? Lock up your sons, make way for the daughters. You be the lamb and we'll be the slaughter. You burn the witches, now you're defenseless. Who needs a Y with this many X's? Who needs a Y with this many X's? Who needs
So why with this many exes? So why with this many exes? So why with this many exes? I'm pretty like a car crash, ugly as a lullaby. You really wanna try it? Experiment on me! 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 Experiment on me!
So a little bit of a tone shift here for a second. My name is Quinn. I was asked by Cassidy to be here to speak with you guys because I am actually a counselor at Allegheny Reproductive Health Center, which is the only independent abortion clinic in Western Pennsylvania. So, yeah. So I prepared something to share with you guys, and I'm going to share some patient stories. So we go up to the state limit. We go up to 23 weeks and 6 days, which is relatively far along. And I figured if you guys already made it here, I probably don't need to explain to you why abortion access is important. I wanted to give you more of an idea of what it actually feels like to be inside of a clinic these days. For example, on Sunday, I walked into the clinic and I was immediately pulled in to support a patient during her procedure. She was 23 weeks and 3 days, and she was terminating for medical reasons because her fetus had 2 tumors on its heart already. This was the second day of her procedure because at that point those procedures are 2 days long. And I went in and I did my usual thing. I just kind of held her hand and wiped her tears and coached her breathing throughout the entire process. And then I just kind of went out and, continued the rest of my 9 to 5 day. And it wasn't until later that I reflected on the fact that I had casually started my workday by sitting in on one of the most controversial, stigmatized procedures in the country. When I started at the clinic in November of 2021, an average day included anywhere from 11 to 20 patients. Now, since Roe v. Wade was overturned, we're seeing anywhere from 25 to 35 patients in a day, all for abortion services. We warn patients that they could be in the building waiting to be taken back for their procedure for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. And it sounds dramatic, but that is often really not an exaggeration. The waiting rooms are packed every single day with people from ages 12 to 50, just every single demographic that you could think of, all strangers sharing that space with each other while they're waiting to be taken back. We only have one doctor on staff doing procedures on any given day, which means that if there's 35 people in the building waiting for an abortion procedure, even if your procedure is only going to take about 5 minutes long and you're 6 weeks along, you're still going to be in the building for 8 hours. So what does that mean? That means that you don't just need childcare to cover your appointment time. You need it to cover an entire day, maybe even 2 days. You don't just need a ride to be there for the hour or two of your appointment. You need them to be there for their entire workday as well. If you have a shift at work later in the day that you were planning on going to, we're going to have to write you a work excuse because you're just not going to make it. And if you're over 18 weeks, you're going to have to stay overnight in Pittsburgh if you're from out of town. So even the people who are receiving their abortions are still very much experiencing the consequences of these barriers inside of the clinic. Before you can even come to your appointment, you have to receive state-mandated counseling from a doctor as required from the Abortion Control Act of Pennsylvania. Our doctors are made to read a script from the state reminding patients that their options include continuing their pregnancies and adoption. Another super fun thing about the ACA is that I am legally required to ask every single patient in counseling if they feel that they need any additional reading material about pregnancy development, which is often delivered with an eye roll and a laugh because it's the most patronizing fucking question in the world. And most of our patients are already mothers. 60% of people who are having abortions already have children. And the people who don't have kids have been pregnant before. So, it's just altogether a very stupid question. When you arrive at the clinic for your appointment, depending on the day, you may see protesters outside. And if you're coming on a Saturday, you will definitely see protesters outside. We have a security guard who will check your ID before waving you through to check in at the front desk. And because of our patient volume, you will not be allowed to bring a guest inside. So if you have a ride, they have to stay outside for the full 8 hours. The first step of the day is a urine sample. And after that, we do a sonogram. The sonogram will tell us how far along you are and confirm that the pregnancy is in the uterus rather than the fallopian tubes, among other things. During the sonogram, in Pennsylvania at least, you do not need to see the screen or any of the photos that we print, but it is an option. You can look at it if you want to, and you can take home the ultrasound if you want to as well. After that, you'll sit down with me or with another one of our counselors. Counseling at the abortion clinic is like speed dating, but with therapy. I sit down with anywhere from 7 to 10 patients a day and just kind of give them the space and time that they need to process what is about to happen to them and how they feel about it. A lot of people know exactly how they feel, and a lot of people are still totally in shock. I hear things like, I had never thought I'd be in this position, or I want to be able to take care of the kids I already have, or I'm just not ready. There is no such thing as a bad reason for an abortion or a patient who is undeserving of one. Honestly, I'm not even super interested in their reasons, though I love to hear their stories. What I am interested in is whether or not they are safe, whether or not they've made this choice of their own volition, and that they understand what's going to happen to their bodies. I've counseled people who do not believe in abortion. I've counseled minors with their disapproving parents in the room, and minors who have undergone the judicial bypass process in order to come in alone. When I counsel patients using a translation service, which we have to do every once in a while, you always have to start the call by asking the translator if they're comfortable speaking about abortion, because sometimes they're not, and they have to find another person to do it. I've sat with many people who are terminating wanted pregnancies, and these are usually the people who come in furthest along because they're the ones who find out through genetic testing that their fetus was incompatible with life. Most clinics do not go up to 24 weeks, so many people have to travel to access that particularly sensitive kind of care. Right before Roe v. Wade was overturned, I decided to start keeping a patient diary. So this is where I write down all of my most sort of impactful counseling sessions. And I wanted to share some of those with you guys to give you like the most authentic and real look as I can. Heads up that some of these do include mentions of rape and sexual assault and suicide. And also I have changed all identifying information, so any initials that I'm using are obviously not real. Okay. R told me that she wanted to terminate her pregnancy because of her family's history of addiction and mental illness. Her son tried to kill himself when he was 7, and she couldn't live with herself if she passed that down to another child. A is 18 weeks and 4 days. She didn't find out about this pregnancy until she was 17 weeks. Her mother passed away in May, and she thought that her symptoms were stress-induced. D told me that she had an ectopic pregnancy in April of this year. She had had her left tube removed as a result. She was recovering at a friend's house so that she wouldn't be alone, and she woke up to him raping her one night, and this pregnancy is the result. She got an abortion. He got a promotion. W had a baby earlier this year. She's also recovering from an abusive relationship. He's currently in jail because he hit her with his car and ran her over 4 times. B is an inmate at Allegheny County Jail. There was a guard in the room with us, and her arms and legs were shackled. When I asked about her decision to terminate, she laughed and said, "Well, I'm clearly not making the best life choices right now. It's up to the guard whether she will be shackled during her procedure." H brought her own trash can with her from Youngstown, Ohio, to her appointment today. She has been unable to eat for 3 weeks because of debilitating hyperemesis, and she just had her first baby earlier this year. She was tricked by 3 crisis pregnancy centers before she found us. A was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in December. She's still just trying to figure out how to live with this condition, how it will change her body, her life, and her family. This pregnancy has interrupted that. She wants another child eventually and is able to have one, just not now. C told me that her youngest son was killed, and she cannot risk bringing another child into the world for that reason. L had to travel to us from Georgia for her procedure. A week prior, she learned that her baby had spina bifida and webbed feet. Until then, she had intended to keep the pregnancy. She still desperately wanted to. But she knew that she couldn't bring a child into the world with that anomaly. She was 20 weeks. O has known that she wants an abortion since June. This is one of my most recent entries. Her appointment was the day after Roe v. Wade was overturned. They referred her to Michigan a few weeks later, and then they also canceled her appointment because they weren't sure which way the laws were going to go. That finally led her to us and pushed her gestation way up. She was 23 weeks and 2 days. So that was someone who was 4 days from the state limit, just because she got passed around to so many clinics. She had known that she wanted to do that the entire time, but that's what happens when those barriers are in place. So all of that being said, something I do try to make very clear is that abortion does not inherently equal trauma. For the vast majority of our patients, there are no tears, there is no shame, there is no guilt. There is just a person choosing what is best for them. Believe it or not, we laugh a lot in those counseling sessions. I think it's a radical idea for a lot of them that it's okay to feel okay about their abortions. Often people tell me that they feel like they should feel worse or guiltier because society and media have taught us that wanting an abortion is a moral failure. The truth is, abortion could be super boring if we let it. It could be like a root canal or a colonoscopy or a pap smear. Can you imagine feeling guilty about having your tonsils removed? Which, by the way, is more dangerous than abortion. Honestly, I'm sure many of you have had abortions or know people who have abortions. I want to encourage all of you to start speaking about abortion like you would for any other trip to the doctor. Nobody in our clinic cares about when life begins because they're already in the middle of their own lives. These are ordinary people making an ordinary choice. I can't stress enough how normal it is to terminate a pregnancy. Abortion has always existed, and it always will. And thank fucking God for that. Tonight, a portion of your donations are going to the Western Pennsylvania Fund for Choice, which is what we call our local fund. That fund is for the exclusive use of making our abortion services as affordable as possible. With the combination of this local fund, the National Abortion Federation's funding, and the independent funds of other states, we are usually able to meet patients where they're at, which means these days it's not unusual to be able to cover 100% of a patient's procedure costs. The outpouring after the Dobbs decision has kept us going, but we cannot slow down now. We've seen an overwhelming influx of patients from states where abortion has been banned, and our numbers have continued to increase. We see patients from all over Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia mostly, but beyond that, it is not unusual to see patients from Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, and Kentucky traveling to Pittsburgh. People are traveling hours, sometimes taking planes, to access a service that should be as accessible as a root canal. One of the most effective ways to make abortion accessible is to make it affordable. Abortion funds allow us to do that. After tonight, I would encourage all of you to find your local independent abortion clinic, or maybe the one that's nearest to your hometown, and donate to their fund if you can. The money goes directly to patients, and to be honest, independent clinics need our help way more than Planned Parenthood. To wrap this up, I love abortion, and I love you all for being here. And if anybody has any questions about abortion or anything else, please feel free to talk to me after this or just find me on the internet. Thank you.
Suzy,
Yeah, Betty.
the existential dread is back.
Does it ever really go away?
No.
Shit.
Maybe this is the end of the world. Maybe humanity has come as far as it will, and we're just watching the end play out.
That's really fucking depressing, Betty.
I know. We should get drunk. Or eat a bunch of cheeseburgers, or do heroin or something.
That's what the government wants us to do. There's no way out.
Fuck! What?
What the fuck?
What? No, not you again.
She took your mic.
I disagree. Everything is a tragedy. And I disagree with the way you keep preaching insanity.
Okay.
And I disagree with all of the reasons you're mad at me. And I disagree. Everything in your life is a tragedy. I'll let it all burn down. Burn it to the ground. We'll be safe and sound till it all burns down. Let it all burn down. Burn it to the ground. We'll be safe and sound when it all burns down. Let's go. I disagree with the way you continue to pressure me. And I disagree with the way you are failing to pleasure me. And I disagree that anything's going how it's meant to be. And I disagree with the way you continue to pressure me. I'll let it all burn down. Burn it to the ground. We'll be safe and sound when it all burns down. Let it all burn down. Burn it to the ground. We'll be safe and sound when it all burns down. If only all of you could see the world I see, then maybe everyone could live in harmony. Let it all burn down. Burn it to the ground. We'll be safe and sound when it all burns down. Let it all burn down. Burn it to the ground. We'll be safe and sound when it all burns down.
Mad Libs.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well,
Good job, punk sluts.
thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Excellent work.
We're going to take a moment to do some Supreme Court Justice Mad Libs.
While our band tunes up.
Have y'all heard of Mad Libs before? Has everyone here done Mad Libs? Great. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
So essentially we're going to ask you for some adjectives, nouns, parts of speech.
Yes. Okay. Can everybody shout out an adjective?
Destructive.
Great.
Thank you, RSL.
Destructive. Okay. I need a body part.
Ooh.
Vagina.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Another adjective.
Flaccid.
Slutty? Oh, flaccid. I love flaccid.
I like both.
Oh my god, wait, what was the other one? Slutty? There's two adjectives. It's perfect.
Slutty and flaccid. Excellent.
Flaccid, slutty, or slutty flaccid?
Slutty flaccid.
Slutty flaccid.
Yeah, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Excellent.
I need a noun.
Banana.
Great.
Banana! Okay, fruit. Okay, come on, fruits.
Okay, a bunch. Sorry, I didn't write the.
We need another
they are a bunch
adjective.
Oh, adjective. Yes.
Another adjective.
A fucking adjective. Pussy? That's not an adjective.
Moist.
Messy.
Moist.
Messy, moist.
Messy moist. Let's do double.
Messy, moist. Oh, and I think the band is getting close, so we better finish this up. I need one plural noun.
Plural noun.
So multiples of something. You stupid fucking idiots.
Huh?
Dicks.
Dicks. Thank you very much, Dicks.
Okay.
All right.
Would you like to do the honors, Suzy?
Would I?
Please.
Shall I?
Yeah.
Okay. The destructive Supreme Court deserves to have their vaginas ripped off by a slutty, flaccid banana. Okay? They deserve this because they are a bunch of messy, moist, fucking dicks.
Yeah!
Well done. Thank you very much, everyone. Excellent words.
Well, what do you
All
say,
right.
Suzy? Should we give these big boys some love?
Yeah. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come here, baby.
Hey, sweetheart. I've got something to say.
Ooh. Well, say it already.
Here they come, leaving here together. I don't know if I'll go to hell. It's not her, I hate him. My boy, can I tell that I'm the one rejected? He is the one who is injected. And I don't know what to think. Yeah! I'm not bitter. I just want to. I'm not bitter. I just want to. I'm not bitter. I just want to kill you. Sitting in my bedroom, I used to listen to the tape. You hate me, and I just think it's so mellow. Each song spurs me on. 'Cause you hang around and fuck with my head, and now in my dreams I see you fucking dead. I know it's negative, but it makes me think. So do you. I'm not bitter. I just want to. I'm not bitter. I just want to. I'm not bitter. I just want to kill you. You turn around and mess with my head, and in my dreams I see you fucking dead. You turn around and mess with my head, and in my dreams I see you fucking dead. You turn around and mess with my head, and in my dreams I see you fucking dead. You turn around and mess with my head, and in my dreams I see you fucking dead.
Wow. That was some righteous fucking justice, Betty.
Yeah, I know!
Wow.
Fuck these guys!
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Baby really hurt me, crying in the backseat. He don't wanna know me, said he made a big mistake of dancing in my storm. Said it was poison, so I guess I'll go back into the arms of the girl that I love, the only love I haven't screwed up. She's so hard to please, but she's a forest fire. And I do my best to meet her demands, play with romance, we slow dance, but not in control. Only a stranger would see is one girl swaying alone, touching her cheek. They say you're a little much for me, you're a liability, make you wild, make you leave. So they pull back, make other plans. I understand, I'm a liability, make you wild, make you leave. I'm a little much for everyone. The
truth is, I'm just a toy for people to enjoy until my tricks don't hurt anymore. And they are bored of me. And I know it's exciting, running through the night, and every perfect summer's keeping me alive until you're gone. I'm better on my own. They say you're a little much for me. You're a liability. You're a little much for me. So they go back, make other plans. I understand I'm a liability. Make you wild, make you leave. I'm a little much for everyone. You're gonna watch me disappear into the sun. You're all gonna watch me disappear into the sun.
So much for being here, and that's the end of our show. And don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, okay? So, bye.
Wait. Suzy, I mean, these are our friends now, right? I think they deserve something a little bit more ceremonious than the rapid overturning of federal governance.
I guess you're right. Okay, like hell out there, assholes. And two,
liberation.
Okay, liberation on 4. Okay, got it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. To liberation!
Hey baby, why don't you smile? You got such a pretty face. I know, I'm only here for a while. I want what it tastes. I know, I'm about to set my world on fire. Oh well, I crashed my glass on the bar. Guess I got carried away. Oh well. Do whatever I like. You think you're so mature, you want the party to stop. I know. Lately you're eating your words. You think my sound is hip hop. Enough for you.
Well, I'm about to set your world on fire. Oh well, this song's not even about you, bet you think that it is. Well, it's not, okay? Nobody likes an angry woman. I always say the things I shouldn't. Don't wanna say my tongue's not tied. You can do whatever you want,
I'll do whatever I like. When you marry my
Victoria's Secret. She was never me.